Hi. Um, Hi. So today, all right, let me do this a little bit more makey sensey. Okay. Oh. Hello. Welcome on in. My name is Erin Mars. Um, I like to play puzzly, detective-y, mystery solving games. And so I have one lined up for today, and it is called Gumshoe Detective Agency: The First Case. This game was released. Here, hang on. Let me switch to this scene right here. Okay. So this game here was released in October of 2025. And I'm guessing that Steam recommended it to me because I played The Root Trees Are Dead. So The Root Trees Are Dead was January 2025. And basically, The Root Trees Are Dead, you are like, it's 1998. You have access to like a web browser, the public library archives, some periodical archives, and a few pieces of what am I trying to say? Physical media, like some photos, magazine articles, whatever, right? And you are trying to suss out the family tree of this. So what has happened in the Root Trees are I don't know why I'm telling you the whole story of the Root Trees Are Dead, but basically I played this game way back when. Which, by the way, it's been a while and I feel like I want to revisit Root Trees, so we might be doing that at some point. But anyway, this game here was recommended. I'm assuming because I played Root Trees, this game here was recommended to me. So this is Gumshoe Detective Agency. And if we look at some of the screenshots here, we can kind of see where we're going in terms of similarities. So this is a missing person case straight out of 1995. You can search the early internet, dig through emails and dusty floppy disks, and uncover the secrets behind the disappearance of Victoria Mason. So it's quite similar in theme and gameplay mechanics to The Root Trees Are Dead, I believe. I so well, this is a game that I would like to check out. And I don't know how long it is. But I feel like we could have a good time giving this a try. So let's watch the trailer for it and see what we think. Okay, so missing person. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, I wonder if I've previously played it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm playing it again. Because I don't remember it in its entirety. Research suspects, add clues to your evidence. Oh my gosh. No, now I do have a vague recollection of having played this. Anyway, I want to play it again. Yeah, no, now that I've watched the hi Unky Dank Meme. Welcome on in. Now that I've watched the trailer, I am actually pretty sure that I've previously played this, but I don't remember it fully, so I think we might as well give it a shot. I think it's going to be fun. And I think it is very reminiscent of The Root Trees Are Dead, which makes me want to play The Root Trees Are Dead again. Um and then like if this goes quickly, then I have other games that I would like to play, so we can do that too. So that is sort of the that's where we're at. So here is the game, the Gumshoe Detective Agency game. Trying to get my gummies out. My vitamin gummies. My supplement gummies. This one's for hair and nails. I also have one that's like vitamins, like a multivitamin. I have another one that's fiber. Because I'm an old lady and sorry about that. My glass was literally wedged under the mic arm. And so when I when I got my glass open, it was like grrr. Okay. All right. Gumshoe Detective Agency. Here we go. Okay. New game. All right. So we've got 2 emails, and then we have access to evidence, case file, and browser. Oh, and there's like, oh, this is just the main menu for the game. Oh, that's a clever way to do it. Oh, and we can increase the font size if we're blind as a bat. I did increase it. I increased it. There. That's better. Here we go. Okay. Let's check our email. Okay. From Ryan Rivera. Subject, new computers. Date, March 16th, 1995 at 12:42 p.m. Yo! Aren't these new computers amazing? I'm so glad the chief finally sprung for some updated equipment. We really needed it. Just a heads up, the chief asked me to look after Biscuit, Victoria Mason's dog, while the investigation's ongoing. Poor little guy hasn't stopped barking since I found him in the Mason family mansion library. I'll probably be out of the office most of the day keeping Biscuit company. Apparently, he only eats this ridiculously high-end dog food that's $250 a bag. Great. I really hope I'm getting reimbursed for that. Ryan Rivera, Senior Detective, Gumshoe Detective Agent. And then here is an email from Chief Karadek. Subject, the Victoria Mason case. Date, March 16th, 1995 at 8:30 a.m. Dear Detective, we hope you're enjoying your new state-of-the-art computer courtesy of the mayor. Apparently our agency failed to solve a single case in 1994. Can we at least try to start off 1995 on the right foot? Your first assignment, the Victoria Mason case. Missing heiress, wealthy family. Father seems sketchy, jittery, maybe both. Start searching for clues online. Once you've collected all the evidence, hit the new email button and send me your deduction. Okay. Best, Chief Karadek, Lead Detective, Gumshoe Detective Agency. So here's the thing. This game is called Gumshoe Detective Agency, the first case, and there's a part of me that's like, ooh, I sure hope that means that there's gonna be second case, third case, fourth case, etc. You know, like, is this the first game in what will be a series, or like, will there be DLC? Like, you know, will there be periodic updates or DLCs with like another new case, another new case, another new case? My fingers are crossed because I love this kind of game. And my vague memories of having played it before, I remember, like, after seeing the slider puzzle with the dog, I was like, oh yes, I think I have played this before. One Like when we were watching the trailer, they showed us that. So I do have memories of enjoying this game, and I therefore would love to. Obviously, I liked it enough that even though I knew I'd played it, I didn't be like, "Oh, yeah, I already played this. Never mind," and leave. I'm excited. So I hope that we get more like this in the future. All right. So nothing in my sent, nothing in my draft. Okay. You can delete. Why would I ever delete? I do wish I could save them in, you know. I wish I had contextual folders to save in. I'm a fan of inbox 0, but I don't like deleting. You never know when you might want to come back to something. Never know when you might want to come back to something. Okay. So, is there currently evidence? No, we have to search for clues using the browser. Oh, I do. Okay, I do like that it's telling me that there will be 14 evidences. But then on the other hand, I also was like, I kind of feel like I like going into this blind. So the fact that you've told me there are 14 evidence really does sort of make this less of a, you know, in a real life case, they wouldn't tell you how many clues you have to find. Anyway, case file, Victoria Mason disappearance. Date, March 15th, 1995. Location, Newport. Subject, Victoria Mason, age 26. Official findings. Last seen at Mason Estate on the evening of March 15th. I don't know why I said 20. I made it up. There was no 20 on, well, I mean, aside from her age being 26, I don't know where I got the 2. No signs of forced entry at the Mason Estate. Brief security system malfunction. Interesting. Father acting suspicious about investigation. Suggested investigation steps. Check recent news articles about Victoria Mason. Review Mason Industries company history. Monitor email for updates. Use the browser to search for information. Keep track of findings in the notes application. Store important documents in the evidence folder. Some evidence could be a red herring. Okay. What's this? Minesweeper. Wait, what? No, I'm sorry, what? Okay, if this one has to have one, it could be this or this. That means not. One. Okay. Huh. Getting tougher down here. This one has to be touching 2. This one can only touch 1, and this one can touch 1. Okay, hang on. Does that help me solve this? 1. Okay. That one has to touch this one. Okay, so if I say this is it, this won't be it. Which means both of these have to be. Let's just say if I did it that way. If I said that this was it, does that solve it for me? 2, 1, 2. This one is now touching 2, so that's not good. Okay. one. Oh, that's... Oh, hang on. No, that's right. If this is... Okay. There we go. That's one. Which means this is not. Okay. I wasn't even meaning to click that one. I was wanting to remove the flag, but I accidentally clicked it, but I'm glad it was safe to do so. Okay. So this 2. 1. This has to be a 1 then. And then so this is not. 1. This is not. Then this is not. So we're done, right? Yay! 187 seconds it took us. Okay. It told us to search Victoria Mason. Heiress Victoria Mason disappears at family estate. Newport Daily News. Victoria Mason, heir to the Mason Industries fortune. Oh, wait, the preview is not the same. I thought this was going to be olden days internet where the preview is actually the first words of the actual page, but no. Vanished Wednesday, heir to the Mason Industries fortune vanished Wednesday evening. Now we click on here. We got the Newport Daily News. March 16th, 1995. Heiress Victoria Mason disappears at family estate. Victoria Mason, the 26-year-old heiress to the Mason Industries fortune, vanished Wednesday evening after a private business meeting at her family's historic Stonehaven estate. Sources close to the family confirm that Victoria was meeting privately with select Mason Industries staff members regarding undisclosed company matters. It is unclear who else attended the meeting, but a source speaking on condition of an anonymity claims Victoria had been spending increasing amounts of time with a lower-level employee in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. At approximately 7:30 p.m., estate staff noted Victoria had excused her... Sorry, hang on. Let me scroll then read. Okay, let me do that again. Oh, look, Ultra Vista search engine. It used to be Alta Vista, ALTA. High Vista, but anyway. I think that's what it stood for. Okay, you know what? That's not the point. At approximately 7:30... Well, you know what? I have to look. All right. Alta Vista means high view or upper view in Spanish and Portuguese. So that there used to be a search engine called Alta Vista. Listen to all you youngins out there. Let Auntie Erin tell you a story about way back in the olden days. Used Alta Vista. Before Google. Anyway. At approximately 7:30 p.m., estate staff noted Victoria had excused herself briefly during the meeting. She never returned. A later search of the estate found no signs of forced entry or struggle. However, multiple witnesses reported strange lights near the property's wooded grounds that evening, fueling local rumors about Stonehaven's long-whispered ghost stories. In a particularly troubling detail, Victoria's beloved dog Biscuit was found alone but unharmed in the estate's library. Mason, who once described Biscuit as the love of my life, was rarely seen without him, raising serious questions about whether her disappearance was voluntary. Reginald Mason, CEO of Mason Industries and Victoria's father, has declined to comment on the ongoing investigation. The Newport Police Department, with the assistance of the Gumshoe Detective Agency, is currently leading the search. Founded by former Chief Detective Chris Karadek, Gumshoe has received strong support from city officials for its investigative work since its founding in 1994. The investigation remains active. Okay. Use my alarm. Double check one thing. Hang on. Oh, I could... never mind. The thing I want to check, I can check on my phone. So no disruption to anyone here. Sorry about that. Okay. Everything is okay. Thanks for thanks for your patience during that brief interruption. Okay, so there's two related stories here that we can hyperlink out to. One is local Newport student web design contest. I don't know why that's a related story. And one is Stonehaven, ghostly past of a gilded mansion. And then there's also like these like sidebar ads that you think very reminiscent of real life internet circa 1995. I'm gonna look at this and see what it is. Welcome to the Antonio Banderas homepage. Your visitor 193,891. February 17th, 1996. That's a lot of people on this page over the course of less than a month. Wait, February 17th, 1996. Didn't she disappear in 19... Huh? Huh? Okay. Color me confused. Vanessa Del Valle, 1995 to 1996. Creation date, July 15th, 1995. Last updated. Would that be November 6th, 1996, or would that be June 11th, 1996? I don't know. The design of this homepage is best enhanced by using Netscape. Member of the Internet Link Exchange. TV schedule compiled by TV Now. Biography, pictures, newsletter, links, mailing list. Very interesting. I don't know if that's meaningful in any way that the dates don't line up. The Newport Daily News. Oh, sorry. Stonehaven. Ghostly past of a gilded mansion. This article is dated July 20th, 1993. Long before it became home to one of Newport's wealthiest families, Stonehaven Estate was the subject of whispered legends and eerie tales. Built in 1892 during the height of the Gilded Age, Stonehaven was originally owned by a local shipping magnate. According to local historians, the owner added a network of secret passages and hidden rooms to the mansion, not for architectural beauty, but as a means to evade creditors and quietly conduct illicit business during the early 20th century. Over the decades, Stonehaven's hidden corridors fell into myth. Some staff members claim that at the heart of the mansion's library, a stone gargoyle sculpture hides the entrance to the old tunnels, though no official confirmation has ever been made. Additionally, recent odd sightings have rekindled old ghost stories. Staff members and guests alike have described strange lights in the woods surrounding the estate. Though many chalk these experiences up to Newport's love of local lore, Stonehaven's mysteries continue to cast long shadow over its wealthy occupants. Reginald Mason, current owner of Stonehaven and CEO of Mason Industries, has dismissed ghost stories as nonsense, calling the mansion a piece of family history, not a haunted house. Curious readers can find more accounts of Stonehaven's haunted history at the independent website ghostsofnewport.net, which archives eyewitness stories and local lore. For now, the old estate keeps its secrets. Okay, so ghostsofnewport.net seems like something we want to check out. But also, we should... Oh, oops. That is not what I meant to do. I thought it would take me back in the same site, but I mean, I guess... I wanted to also look up Mason Industries. And her father's name was Reginald Mason. So those are all different things I want to search. My God, my typing skills are terrible. Reginald Mason celebrates 65th birthday amidst philanthropic pledge. August 1st, 1994. Doesn't that look like Richard Gere? Isn't this just Richard Gere, just slightly modified? Reginald Mason celebrates 65th birthday amidst philanthropic pledge. Reginald Mason, longtime CEO of Mason Industries and a fixture of Newport's business community, celebrated his 65th birthday this week with a private gathering at the family's Stonehaven estate. Born on July 31st, 1929, Mason has spent the better part of 4 decades building Mason Industries into one of Rhode Island's most successful private security firms. While the company is best known for its cutting-edge surveillance technology, Mason himself is regarded as an intensely private figure who prefers to let the business speak for itself. The birthday event, attended by a handful... Hang on, let me do the scroll thing. There we go. The birthday event, attended by a handful of family members and close associates, was reportedly a quiet affair. Sources familiar with the gathering noted that Mason's daughter Victoria Mason was heavily involved in organizing the celebration. Despite recent rumors of internal changes at Mason Industries, including new leadership roles being considered for younger executives. I don't know why I wanted to read conquered. Reginald Mason gave no public indication of retirement plans. A spokesperson for the company said, Mr. Mason remains committed to leading Mason Industries into its next phase of innovation. Though the Stonehaven estate has been the subject of recent fascination, due to its history and local ghost stories, guests described the evening as uneventful and family-focused. The Mason family has declined further comment on the event. I have noticed that if I play a game that requires me to do a lot of reading, I yawn a lot. Do you think that's a Pavlovian response? Like, because reading out loud typically would be like, I wonder if, because when I read out loud in my lifetime as like an older sibling, babysitter, nanny, aunt, a lot of my reading out loud has happened like at nap time or bedtime when we're like reading a book to wind down to go to sleep. I wonder if there's like some kind of Pavlovian connection in my head between reading out loud and being sleepy. Maybe I yawn all the time even when I'm not reading out loud. Now I don't even know. Maybe it's all in my head. Who knows, right? Like, how are we ever gonna find out? Okay, anyway. Let me read. I'm gonna reread the last bit because I can't remember if I finished it. I feel like I did, but then now I'm doubtful. I must have, right? I wouldn't have just like halfway through reading it just stopped to have a small conversation. Ooh. But I know me, and I very well might have. Okay. A spokesperson for the company said, Mr. Mason remains committed to leading Mason Industries into its next phase of innovation. Though the Stonehaven estate has been the subject of recent fascination due to its history and local ghost stories. Jeez Louise, man, again? Maybe I find ghost stories so boring I can't even say the word without you. Guests described the evening as uneventful and family-focused. The Mason family has declined further comment on the event. Okay. And then we have a Victoria Mason fan club, which... What? Really? Weird. But let's click on that.
You've got mail.
Oh, this is brilliant. Look at... This is peak mid-90s website here. Victoria's Fan Zone. The only place for Victoria Mason fans. Why does Victoria Mason have a fan club? Like, why are people fans of her? This, I will say this. This is not a criticism of this game. But it is, like, there's an odd parallel between this game having this fan page where we are going to gather some information about Victoria Mason, and the Root Trees Are Dead having the fan page for the Root Tree Sisters. At the same time, I do remember living through the 90s, and this is exactly the kind of thing people did do. Like, people did make these, like, homemade fan pages I think that's why on the first article, the Antonio Banderas page is linked so that we can kind of like get into the feel. This is so GeoCities too. Like the letters being all different colors and also flashing in and out. This is so like the only thing that's missing is like the background being all black, and well, I guess the Banderas page was black background with, was it red text? Let's refresh our memories. Yeah, like barely legible red text, and then like wait, the only thing that would have made this more 90s is if this was like the red, the like the basic red color, like the one that when you type in color :red. And if this had been that like acid green color, that would have made this more 90s. Like this doesn't reach peak 90s yet. Also, this isn't strictly pure cyan. You know, the blue, the really in your face blue. That would have made this even more 90s. But the unrelated clip arts that have nothing to do they don't have nothing to do with anything, but they're graphically not connected in any way, shape, or form, right? Like this is three completely different styles of drawing or art, whatever you want to call it. This is just so good. Anyway, okay, let us go back. We were on the Reginald Mason birthday article, and then that's how we got to the fan page. Okay, Victoria's fan zone, and like this being almost barely legible is really good. I wonder if it's because I increased the font size. No, that doesn't change at all when you do it. Okay, that's actually delightful. The only place for Victoria Mason. Welcome, fans. Oh my god, welcome to the ultimate fan page. Okay, so one thing I do want to note is that this kind of like emoji type thing wasn't really a thing in 95. Like those kind of things came along after smartphones, I think. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't like create a graphic and then like manually place the graphic on the page, right? Like, but this wouldn't have been like, you know how now you can be like, yeah, just emoji space title space, right? They would have had to manually place these individually. Same with the bullet points. I don't think that we had the ability back then to be like, hey, can we use some the inline style tags to like change what kind of list. Like I think you just got like the dots for bullets. I don't remember, man. I don't even remember back then. Like, I mean, I remember back then. I just don't remember whether or not you had the ability to change the bullet image. Anyway. Welcome, fans. Oh my god, welcome to the ultimate fan page dedicated to the amazing, talented, and totally cool Victoria Mason. We're still building things, check back often, but this is your place to celebrate everything Vicky. Isn't she just the best? We think so too. What you'll find here soon. Latest news and sightings. Rare photos and maybe even fan art. Links to other cool Vicky sites. A guest book? Maybe? About Victoria. Hometown, Newport, Rhode Island. I'm just scrolling down so I can see all of this. Education. Studied art history and business at Brown University. Known for social events, philanthropy, and her impeccable fashion sense. Pet, Biscuit Mason, her beloved Cavapoo. So, what's that? Poodle crossed with Cavalier King Charles. King Charles Cavalier. I can't remember what the breed is. My mom has a Cavalier King Charles or King, whatever it is. And so does my brother, sister-in-law, and their daughter. My mom's is named Sugar. And my niece's dog is named... I'm not telling you my niece's dog's name. Also, Don't try to steal my mom's identity with the name of her dog. Okay? I'm on to you. Anyway. Zodiac sign, Pisces. Interests and passions. Historic preservation. Advocate for protecting Newport's historic landmarks. Equestrian sports. Award-winning rider in local and regional competitions. Art and culture. Regular attendee at museum galas and art auctions. Local favorites. Cliff walk morning strolls. Coffee from the Seafarers Cafe. Shopping at small Newport boutiques. Okay. There's a lot more to this page. Like, see, the scroll bar has a lot more. Here's the biscuit sliding puzzle. Hang on, let's shuffle it around a little bit to maybe make it a little easier for us. Okay, I'm sticking with this. So I need this piece here to go up here. This piece doesn't need to move. Okay. I need this piece here up here. Okay. Okay. Then I need this here, and this here. Uh-oh. Hang on. I have an idea. Okay, I need to switch this. This needs to go here. This needs to go here, and this needs to go here. Ta-da! We got it! Congratulations! Did you know Victoria Mason's middle name is Regina? Her father wanted it to be Reginald, but her mother did not approve. Let's do that again. Okay. Hang on a second here. Okay. I was not careful enough in my placement of the puzzle piece. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. So we want to start from here and work our way this way. And okay. No, I want to leave that there. Okay. Okay. Then woohoo! Okay. That was sorry. I wanted to test my mettle at sliding puzzles. Okay. I think the thing we're supposed to garner from this is that Victoria's middle name is Regina. Okay. There was another article we could link to from Reginald's page, or Reginald's birthday article. Whoa, Erin. Holy cow. Look, here's what the problem. My nails are very, very long now. And I'm hitting like multiple keys at a time. Also, one of my fingers, I have like a thingy on my finger because I'm trying to stop some. There's like a little chip here that I don't want to spread. My nail appointment is on Saturday, and I would like my nail not to break before then, and then hopefully she can do something to save it, or at the very least she'll be able to shape it properly. Like, I don't want it to break, right? So I'm kind of trying to protect it, but that also means that I'm hitting like multiple keys. I also have a bad typist, so like that, you shouldn't eliminate that from the list of things. So there's two: the Newport Yacht Club Regatta results and the Historical Society lecture series. Hey, why aren't you opening? Oh, it doesn't open. Oh, neither of them open. Huh. Okay. Let's, actually, we have a new email. From Cindy Sin Holmes. Subject, evidence from Stonehaven. Date, March 16th, 1995 at 2:15 p.m. Hello. For the Chief's request, I'm passing along what was found during the initial search of Stonehaven following Victoria Mason's disappearance. Her locked digital diary and an encrypted floppy disk were discovered near, get this, a stone gargoyle statue. Because apparently this case wasn't dramatic enough already. We've gone ahead and loaded the files onto your computer. Hopefully they're easier to sort through than the current state of your desk. Warm regards, Cindy Sin Holmes, HR Department, Gumshoe Detective Agency. So that's, this got added and this got added. So this is her virtual diary. What are Biscuit's favorite treats? We don't know that yet. What is my middle name? Regina. What is my astrological sign? I think it was Pisces from her webpage. Why don't I grab my handy dandy notebook? And I'm gonna go back to the fan page. I wonder if I can go get to it straight here. Nope. Cannot. Okay, so you... So this is not that... the realism is broken a little bit in that way. Okay. Middle name. Regina. Zodiac. Pisces. So we need to figure out what her dog's favorite food is. She shops at small Newport boutiques. Okay. Biscuit Mason, does he have his own or does she have her own? I don't know if the dog is a boy or girl. Biscuit Mason is more than just Victoria Mason's beloved Cavapoo. He's practically Newport royalty. With his soft white fur and big curious eyes, Biscuit became a local favorite long before his owner's disappearance. He's well known around town for his friendly nature, love of belly rubs, and especially his obsession with peanut butter paws treats. Okay, Biscuit's fave treat, nut butter paws, for which he's the official spokesdog. Oh, we can add his photo to evidence. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah. Okay. If I go here, we have... Whoops, that didn't work. Now we have these 3 photos here in my evidence board. I still think he looks like Richard Gere. This puppy is the cutest thing in the world. And I love her haircut. So, those are my comments so far. Nothing new in the case file. Okay. So her diary. Peanut butter paws. Regina. Spicy. My super secret diary, property of VM. Do not read. January 10th, 1995. M thinks we should stop sneaking around. That it's time to stop hiding, but I'm not ready for what happens if Dad finds out. M's not exactly the kind of man he'd approve of, but he gives me butterflies. I always did kind of like bad boys. Who is M? February 8th, 1995. It still eats at me the way Dad looks at Sophia when he thinks no one's paying attention, the way she always finds a reason to linger. I haven't asked. I don't want the answer. She's basically my same age. It's gross. March 13th, 1995. Whenever I see that old gargoyle in the library at home, I almost cry. It's still unsettling after all these years. M joked that it's guarding a secret. I didn't laugh. I almost told him about the tunnels. Mom showed them to me once, not long before she got sick. Dad has no idea they even exist. Some things she wanted just for me. Interesting! March 14th, 1995. Another exhausting meeting. Dad talks like I'm already part of his world. Like this future was always mine too. I feel like a stranger at that table. M said he'd meet me after. I just need a few hours to feel like myself again. Why didn't I just major in fashion merchandising like I wanted to? I hate working for my dad. March 15th, 1995. This is the day she disappeared. March 15th, 1995. We're meeting tonight in the forest. I'm going to call it off with M. I had no idea the full extent of what he'd done, but now that I do, I can never be with him. Oh, she's breaking up with M. Uh-oh. Did M get upset about her breaking up with him? Here's a mysterious. Sorry. I rolled from one thought straight into the next without even a moment's pause. Did M do something to Victoria? I mean, it's one of the possibilities. Mysterious floppy disk. Here we go. Encrypted. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting into this mysterious floppy disk right away. Okay. Mason Industries, was that the name of the company? Her dad's company that she works at? Mason Industries official website. Corporate profile and information. Access the official company profile for Mason Industries. Mason Industries. This logo is way too similar to... Hang on. Alrighty. Blue Diamond Almonds is one of the logos that it reminds me of. It might remind me of another logo too, but I'm like, it's not coming to my mind what the other logo is. Hang on. I mean, for sure, Blue Diamond is the one that that most matches the blue diamond shaped, but I feel like it also is like a fridge company or something. Does this remind anyone of anything? This logo here? Hang on a second here. I was like, does it remind me of the Maytag logo? No. What does it remind me of? Listen, this is very important stuff that I identify what this logo reminds me of. What real life company does this logo remind me of? Imagine if I did a reverse Google image search. I'm not saying that you have to, but like. Search. Dang it. Okay, now you're... It didn't search until I moved the phone and aimed it at my notepad, and then it started searching for the things I wrote in my notes. I'm sorry, but no, that is not what I meant. Okay, hang on a second here. All right, you're not doing what I want you to do. Okay. That logo though does not look. It looks like real life logo. Anyway, let's get back to business. We're not here to look up logos, guys. Come on, we're here to find a. Hi, I'm Flicky, the official Mason Industries mascot. Flicky, your design is somewhat unfortunate, I think. Okay, tell me about yourself, though. Did you know that Mason Industries home... Oh, he's a VHS tape! Oh, okay. Did you know that Mason Industries' home video rental division, Flickbuster, is still our most lucrative venture to this day? Even though we're focusing on home and corporate security solutions now, Flickbuster video stores can be found in over 35 U.S. states. Okay, we've got company news. Mason Industries announced record profits for Q4 1994. Newport expansion project ahead of schedule. Reginald Mason honored at Philanthropy Gala. It's like I can't be looking at the word or I will mispronounce it. I know how to pronounce the word, but as soon as I try to read it, I'm like, philanthropy? Nope. Welcome to the official website of Mason Industries. We are a global leader in advanced technology solutions, driving innovation across multiple sectors. Explore our site to learn more about our history, products, and commitment to excellence. Upcoming events. Okay, Flicky's not supposed to be covering things up. Is it because of the font? Yeah. Okay, let me make the font size smaller. The annual shareholder meeting is April 15th, 1995. Sentinel 1-year anniversary party, June 1st, 1995. Tell me more about Sentinel. Our technology. Sentinel Security Systems. Our flagship integrated security platform providing unparalleled surveillance and data protection for corporate and government clients. Sentinel combines advanced biometrics and encrypted networks into a single seamless system. Then they also have Flickbuster video rentals. A cornerstone of our consumer division, Flickbuster champions the superior quality of film reels and reel-to-reel videotape for the true home cinema enthusiast. We are committed to preserving the analog experience, believing it offers a warmth and authenticity that emerging digital formats cannot match. But they also have Mason Disc Home Media, which, like, really just contradicts this, because our proprietary Mason video disc MVD format delivers theater quality picture and sound without the wear of tape. Durable, collectible, and crystal clear, Vista Disc is the new gold standard for home cinema. They're much better than a VHS, trust me. Okay, so we are basically, this is what we're saying here on this page. Video's way better than digital. Like videotape is better than digital. Ugh, videotape, that sucks. You should go with the digital format instead. I'm just saying there's like a slight contradiction here. Maybe don't have these two right side by each on your website. I'm no marketing genius. Okay, let's read the company history. Company history. Founded in 1985 by industrialist Reginald Mason, Mason Industries began as a small chain of neighborhood video rental stores across New England called Flickbuster. For decades, the company dabbled in various ventures, but was rarely seen as a serious player in the industrial sector. That perception shifted with the rollout of the Sentinel security system, a breakthrough that propelled Mason Industries into national prominence and redefined its reputation as an innovator. Looking ahead, Reginald has positioned his daughter Victoria Mason at the center of the company's succession plan, ensuring the Mason legacy continues well into the future. But she does not want that, right? Like she said, she wishes she could be, she wishes she had done clothing designer, something like that. Wait, how did she phrase it? Oh, wow. Don't forget these answers because you're going to need them every time you want to refer back to this document. Erin. Oh my god. Don't have me. We should play Mavis Bacon typing one day so you can watch me not be good at typing at all. Major in fashion merchandising. Why didn't she major in fashion merchandising? Okay, let's look up leadership team. Leadership team. Reginald Mason, founder and CEO. Victoria Mason, chief operating officer. Sophia Pestricelli, chief people officer. What does that even mean? Is that HR? What is a chief people officer? Angie Hamilton, senior engineer. Mickey Venuto, IT specialist. Our values. Our values. Driven by bold vision and unwavering conviction, we turn complexity into opportunity and ambition into action. Every handshake is a contract, every corridor a pipeline to progress. At Mason Industries, we don't just adapt to change, we architect it. Our commitment to operational excellence and market-leading agility ensures that we remain not only relevant, but indispensable. We believe that innovation isn't an event, it's a process, one measured in milestones, not moments. Integrity through impact. We hold ourselves accountable to the highest standards, delivering value that goes beyond the bottom line. Our partnerships are not transactional. They are long-term synergistic value. What even? No. This is way too corporate speaky. Okay. My nose is getting stuffy. Why is my nose always stuffy when I stream? I don't know, but it is. So my nose is getting stuffy, so I'm going to take a quick break. While I take that quick break, I'm going to let you guys watch Play Words on Stream. And some people might watch an ad, and if you're watching an ad, I apologize, but I am doing this so that we can avoid pre-rolls for anybody who might want to pop in and join us. Okay, Words on Stream is being problematic. So I will be back shortly. Listen. I was across the room there making a coffee, and I'm like, what the heck word was that? It had C-O. Okay, this is what letters it had. C, C, H, I, N, O, R. And I was like, I just could not think of a single, like, I thought a lot of words that have those letters, but I couldn't think of any word that used all of those letters. But I didn't notice if the top word was a 7-letter word or not. So maybe it wasn't. Okay. Back into this. We're going to read the hilarious corporate speak. Integrity through impact. We hold ourselves accountable to the highest standards, delivering value that goes beyond the bottom line. Our partnerships are not transactions. They are long-term synergistic value propositions built on trust, transparency, and strategic alignment. Innovation without boundaries. From our origins and neighborhood, you know what? Hi, Flower. Hi, how are ya? Well, come on in. How you doing? I'm making the font bigger. How's it going? It is going really good. I am playing this game called Gumshoe Detective Agency, the first case. And basically, it's like our first day on the job type of thing at a detective agency, and we are trying to solve a missing persons case. A young heiress named Victoria Mason, this girl here, has gone missing. Went missing last night in game, and then we were tasked with, we're using Ultra Vista search engine, and like we have a couple of things, like some digital stuff, that this is her digital diary that we have access to. We previously solved found these 3 pieces of information somewhere to be able to do a search, and we read her diary. Right now we are on the Mason Industries website. So she works with her dad at Mason Industries. She's the chief operating officer. And we're still just doing some background information gathering to try to figure things out. So we were reading about the values of the company here. Innovation without boundaries. From our origins in neighborhood video rental to the global launch of the Sentinel security system, we have challenged industry paradigms and redefined market expectations. We leverage cross-functional expertise and disruptive thinking to stay ahead of the curve. Like, this page is just a bunch of corporate speak gibberish. Like, it is just like, what does this even mean? Come on, man. People as catalysts. We empower every team member to think like an entrepreneur, act like an owner, and execute like a market leader. Every voice counts, every idea matters, and every outcome contributes to our shared success. The Mason Promise. To our clients, stakeholders, and communities, we promise relentless forward momentum. Relentless forward momentum sounds like they don't give a shit what impact their forward momentum might have. Like, this sounds more like a threat than a promise, if I must say. Together, we are not just building solutions, we are building the future. And then, was that everything? Sorry, I want to just double check. We did get to the bottom of the page, right? Yes. Okay. Our technology. Oh, we already read this page, right? Because this is where we read the thing that's like pro videotape and how videotape is so awesome. And then it's like immediately beside it, it's like videotape. That's so yesterday. So I'm going to make this smaller just to make sure that I'm seeing the entire menu bar here. Employee resources is the next thing. And here we can gain internal access. Okay. So, forgot your username? Hint. Usernames are formatted as first initial, last name, e.g. V Mason. Forgot your password? Use a password you will remember so I don't have to keep resetting them, but also stop using your birthdays as your password. That's way too easy to guess. Okay. We know this article here about Reginald Mason's birthday says what his date of birth is. I wonder if the game is being nice to us. July 31, 19. Okay. R. Mason. I do think that it is a little bit frustrating that you have to go through a specific set of breadcrumbs to get to the page. Like, I can't just type in Mason Industries employee portal and get here. I have to search Mason Industries and then blah blah blah. Anywho, username. Can I just see the format again? Capital. Okay. R. Mason. Oops. Password. So I'm gonna guess that his password is his date of birth. So is it month, day, year, or day, month, year? 073129. Let's try that. Okay. Let's try 7311929. Okay. Oops. 07. Oops. I typed 03. I said 07 out loud, but I typed 03. So 7311929. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! We're hackers. We hacked the system. We hacked right in here. We hacked right in. Like the hackers that we are. Welcome, Reginald Mason. This system contains confidential and proprietary information. Use is monitored. Oof. Guys. Fish is now banned from being microwaved or consumed in the break room. No more tuna sandwiches. I wonder who brought in a stinky fish lunch and put it in the microwave. Q1 performance reviews will soon be underway. Ensure you're working hard for the shareholders each and every day. Oh, God. Dystopian. Look at this, guys. Unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and will be prosecuted. We're playing fast and loose. Water cooler forum. Okay. So this is like a internal chat. There's an internal chat with all of the staff and then individual with different humans who work at this place. So this is the father of the missing girl. This is his portal. February 1st, 1995. That's Pestricelli. That's Sophia, I think. A big congratulations to Angelica on getting married. I had Mickey update the system with your new last name, Hamilton, over the weekend. Victoria Mason. Congrats, Angie. So happy for you. Mickey Benuto. Congratulations, Angie. You should be all set with your username updated across the intranet. A. Hamilton. Thanks, all. February 10th, 1995. Sophia Pestricelli. Just a reminder, Q4 performance reviews are underway. Please ensure your self-assessments are submitted by end of day Friday. February 27th, 1995. S. Pestricelli. The Year 1 Sentinel release party is scheduled for June 1st. Reginald wants to go all out for the party budget. For the party. Budget of around 150K. If anyone wants to help me plan it, please stop by my office. Victoria says, anyone want a latte? I'm heading to the coffee shop. Reginald says, reminder that breaks are not paid, including coffee shop visits. And Victoria replied with Dot, dot, dot. March 1st, 1995. Reginald says, anyone found associated with the so-called Phantom blog will be terminated immediately. We're seeking legal action against whoever is running the site and attempting to take it down as we speak. March 2nd, 1995. Mickey says, hey all, I was reading today that IP addresses are easy for hackers to gain access. Sorry. Hey all, I was reading today that IP addresses are easy for hackers to gain access to, so I hid all of ours behind a security system. Let me know if you have any questions. Victoria said, this security system is too hard to get past. I'm not a fan of this. And Angie Hamilton, Angie said, I figured it out in like 2 minutes. Okay, Angie, what do you want? A prize? March 10th, 1995. That's Petrocelli. Just a heads up that Mickey Venuto is no longer working at Mason Industries effective today. No further comments will be made by Mason Industries regarding his termination. Well, wow. Okay. These are chat messages between just only Sophia and Reginald. January 1st, 1995. As Petrocelli. The New Year's Eve party was incredible. R. Mason. Or incredible. January 3rd. As Petrocelli. I need you, Reggie. R. Mason. I need you too. Made out our favorite supply closet. Oh my god, gross. Dude, okay. You're the owner of the company. You can't, like, spring for a couch in your office? Dude, a supply closet? No, I'm sorry. Sophia, you deserve way better. January 9th, 1995. S. Petrocelli. Victoria confronted me about us today. How did she find out? R. Mason. She's a sharp girl, unfortunately for us. It's okay. She won't tell anyone. S. Petrocelli. I'm not so sure about that. January 15th, 1995. I need to go to California for business next week. I'm figuring out a way to convince the board you should come too. Yeah. Ooh, how fun. February 14th, 1995. I can't wait for tonight. Reginald Mason, sorry. Me too. February 18th, 1995. Reginald. We can't talk on this forum anymore. Sophia. Why? Reginald. Come to my office. I'll explain. Hey, these are messages between Victoria Mason and her father. Victoria, Mick is bad news. Oh, sorry. This is from March 14th, just the day before the girl disappeared. Victoria, Mick is bad news. You need to stop seeing him immediately. Hypocrite. Don't lecture me about dating employees when you're doing it yourself. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, please. We need to talk. We need to talk about this in person. Let's have dinner tonight at the White Gull Inn. Fine. All right. Here we have messages deleted. Input admin password to recover. Mickey Venuto. Also messages deleted. Input admin password to recover. I don't know what the admin password is. Internal memos. Okay. All. Are these the same? Oh, okay. The water cooler forum is this stuff down here. And if I click, okay, and this hides it. Yeah, I am definitely going to find that password. Okay. I see now that this is a plus minus situation here. Okay. Draft. Sentinel 1-year anniversary. Confidential finalized severance for M. Venuto. Let's read this one first. Internal memorandum. Date February 22nd, 1995. To all Mason Industries team members. From Corporate Communications, Public Relations Division. Subject, draft. Sentinels. Celebrating 1 year of uncompromising security. For internal review, confidential. Okay. This June marks a historic milestone for Mason Industries. The 1-year anniversary of Sentinel, the revolutionary security system conceived and developed by founder and CEO Reginald Mason and Chief Operating Officer Victoria Mason. From its earliest concept meetings to the final line of code, Reginald's strategic foresight and Victoria's technical mastery have shaped Sentinel into the gold standard for digital protection. Their combined ingenuity transformed a visionary idea into a reality that is now protecting over 200 corporate, governmental, and research organizations nationwide. Over the past 12 months, Sentinel has demonstrated unmatched reliability, innovative architecture, and forward-looking adaptability, redefining what it means to safeguard the modern workplace. Clients consistently cite Sentinel as the decisive factor in preventing unauthorized access and maintaining trust in a rapidly evolving digital era. To honor this achievement, our upcoming press release will highlight Sentinel's origin story, share testimonials from prestigious clients, and reaffirm Mason Industries' role as the driving force behind next-generation security solutions. All departments are encouraged to submit metrics, imagery, and human interest narratives for inclusion in the campaign. This is more than an anniversary. It is a celebration of a vision born within Mason Industries, brought to life by the Masons themselves, and executed with the precision and excellence that define our company's future. Okay, great, cool. Confidential. Finalized severance for Mickey Venuto. Internal memorandum. Confidential. Date March 10th, 1995. To Executive Leadership, Mason Industries, from Kay Ellison, HR Director. Subject: finalized severance for M. Venuto. This is to confirm that the severance agreement with Mick Venuto has been executed and paid in full as of March 10th, 1995. Per our discussions, we met his demands in order to avoid escalation of sensitive matters involving blankety blank and blankety blank. Mick was explicit during negotiations that he was in possession of information, specific dates, locations, and details that could be damaging to both parties if disclosed. While he did not provide physical evidence to HR, his confidence in these claims left little doubt that proceeding to dispute would pose unnecessary reputational risk. The final package issued includes 9 months' salary paid as a lump sum, health benefits continuation through May 1995. Yeah, he definitely knew about them sleeping together. I agree, Flower, that this definitely said Reginald Mason and Sophia Pestricelli, or however her name is. Sophia Pestricelli. Yeah, that's for sure is what it is. I mean, Angie Hamilton also might have fit here. Oh, wait. Hamilton. Nope, not long enough. Okay. Pestriche. Oh, they didn't even make it the right length. Reginaldmason. Yeah. Wonder why they didn't make this the right number of letters. Okay, anyway. But yes, I think that he definitely threatened to go public with the boss and the young woman and their affair. 9 months salary paid as a lump sum. Health benefits continuation through May 1995. Non-disclosure and non-disparagement agreement with no expiration. All signed documents are secured in the restricted personnel archive. Mick has acknowledged full satisfaction of the terms and, per his own words, intends to put Mason Industries behind him for good. No further action is required at this time. Any inquiries regarding Mick's departure can be directed to the HR department. Okay, and then there's this is the thing about the IP addresses. IP address assignment protocol. System logs and notes. Angie H's IP address. Ooh. Interesting. Welcome on in, Emart. Hi. Welcome on in. What a lovely pleasantly surprised. I was just about to start this puzzle, but I would rather be distracted by saying hi to everybody. Hello, Hotchcows. Hello, Owen Spader. Thank you for the shout out. Owen, I am so glad you did that. I have a bad habit of not remembering that I need to do that. Okay, let's see. Welcome on in. Thank you for popping in. What were you up to? You were playing
Talk to me, Goose.
You were playing like a live geez, Erin, think. You were doing a quiz show. I was briefly in your streamer earlier this afternoon and you were doing a quiz show. How did that go? The quiz question that I was there for was the one about what languages are spoken in Europe. Yeah, so I did see that. How did everything go? Did you guys have a great time? Who won the quiz show? Tenable team did fabulously. Big winners, big money. Oh, good. Okay, let me see who else is chit-chatting in here. Kate said hello. Hi, Kate. Welcome on in. Hotchkels said hello. Hi, Hotchkels. Welcome on in. Owen, of course, said hello. It's always chat versus Emart, and chat won. Well, congratulations, chat. Yay! That's awesome. Obviously, if anybody is tired or hungry or just needs to stretch their legs, I completely understand. If you are going to pop in, say hi, and then pop out, that's totally understandable. Got to take care of yourselves, streamers and viewers. If people want to hang out and lurk, I would very much appreciate that. But obviously, you got to go live your lives. We are playing a game called Gumshoe Detective Agency, the first case. The premise is that we've just been hired on by a detective agency. The year is 1995. A young woman, heiress to the Mason Industries fortune, I guess, has gone missing. And we are investigating that using a Windows 95 era PC. We have access to a browser, which with limited search functions, because obviously the game's not going to have although there are a few Easter egg pages in there, but mostly it's just pages related to the case. We have an email where we have received a couple of different emails. We have the person's digital diary and also a mysterious floppy disk that is encrypted, so we can't open it yet. And right now I am snooping around in the Mason Industries employee portal. The young woman who went missing is Victoria Mason. And I think that I don't know what we're going to be able to do once we figure out whose IP address belongs to who, but something I think will happen when we figure that out. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Feel free to discuss. This is obviously not the kind of game where I'm too super worried about spoilers. Whenever I'm playing puzzle games like this, I'm like, it's cool if we talk about this in the chat. Obviously, backseating, basically don't yell at me, don't be mean to me, don't make fun of me if I can't solve a puzzle. But other than that, feel free to discuss discuss and speculate about this case. If you actually have already played this game and know all the answers, maybe refrain from blurting those out to us. We don't want everything spoiled, but we are certainly welcoming. We welcome discussion and like I said, discussion, speculation, totally okay. All right. So now that we've discussed all of that, let's get into trying to solve this. Yes. Oh my God. Owen is divulging all of my dirty secrets. I have a tendency to throw little temper tantrums if things aren't going well. Um, I'm very mature and grown up. I absolutely do not always act my age. Okay. Here we go with the puzzle. IP address assignment protocol. Angie H's IP address has no repeating digits. So we can already eliminate this, because there's one in here several times. This one has repeating digits. Oh. Does repeating digits mean directly like 55 or 77, or does it mean repeated at all? Okay. This one here doesn't have any repeated digits, regardless of where they are next to each other or not. This one has digits that repeat, but they are not next to each other. Okay, so let's just assume this is Angie and pull that into here. Like, let's just go ahead and make that guess. Reginald's IP address ends in an octet that is a perfect square. What's an octet? Y'all, I thought I'm smart, but I don't know what an octet is. Is it just the last two digits? Or is it like more than two digits? What's an octet? Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, but like ends in an octet. Like, am I seriously supposed to look at all 8? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like all, and find one that's a perfect square? Can you even imagine 4559946 square root of? Okay, let's assume that it's only the last digit, in which case this is his thing. And if it's not, then we'll get out the calculator and square root everything individual. Okay. The sum of the digits in the final... Okay, for sure they mean the last set. Based on this... the sum of the digits in the final octet of Sophia P's IP address is exactly 10. 1 plus 0 is not 10. 1 plus 2 is not 10. 2 plus 5 is not 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and decide that the last two, this is an octet. This, and this. Each of these are an octet. So I'm putting Reginald's at the one that ends in 25. The Mason family uses the same executive subnet. The first two octets of Reginald's and Victoria's IPs are identical. Okay, well that means 20455 for both of them. Sophia's on that one too. Mickey V was on a different unsecured network. His IP is the only one that doesn't start with 204. Oh, never mind. This was easier than I thought it would be. I mean, I guess this isn't one of those games where something bad happens if we get it wrong. Yay! What did that give us? IP configuration successful. The system is now locked. Wait, what? What do you mean locked? Aren't I supposed to be trying to unlock things? What did I just lock? What did that do? Womp womp. Okay, sorry, that's not what I want to do. I want to see... I need the admin password. Okay, are we at an impasse? Did I lock us out of something? Sorry, you have to make the font size smaller if you want to see everything in this menu bar. There is no scroll bar down here. But then I want to make it big again because we all need to be able to read this, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Here is the thing that we haven't looked at yet. All right. So, when we were at this article, I noticed that there's this link here. Stonehaven, ghostly past of a gilded mansion. So we read this already. This is just basically giving the rundown, like Victoria went missing. Her dog was found alone in the is it the library? In the library. Here. Victoria's beloved dog Biscuit was found alone but unharmed in the estate's library. Blah, 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 blah. Any hoozles. I clicked on this and was talking about how the mansion where Victoria lives is like maybe haunted. And then it says if you want to learn more about this, you can look up this independent website, ghostsofnewport.net. So here's the thing, I have to go all the way back to here and then type that in. Ghosts of Newport.net. Access restricted. Entry requires knowledge. The Stonehaven Library keeps many secrets. What stony figure guards the entrance to the old tunnels? Look at this little ghost. This is so peak 90s website stuff. Like a little ghost in the corner there, like oof. So good. I mean, right? This is so cute, isn't it? It's adorable. Okay, I think the answer is gargoyle, but I just want to... I think... Stone gargoyle. There it is. Some staff members claim that the heart of the mansion's library, a stone gargoyle sculpture, hides the entrance to the old tunnels, though no official confirmation has ever been made. I wonder if I typed it in with spaces, does it still bring it up? It does. Ooh. So Gargoyle. Help if I spelled that correctly. Ghost. Oh my God. The dripping blood, not the dripping blood. And remember when we were looking at the Antonio Banderas page and I said this would be even more 90s if they used the red that is the red that like the red that browsers use when you just type in color::red semicolon. Anyway, Ghosts of Newport Archive. Oh, I guess even no, because this is 1995. So what they actually did was it would have been color equals quote red quote, right? Wow. Olden days, the olden days of web design, guys. Anyway, Ghosts of Newport Archive. Welcome to the other side. Are Newport's legends real? Explore the archive below if you dare. Click the banner to read eyewitness accounts. Coming soon. Okay, wait, so there are no eyewitness accounts yet? There's like a UFO type situation here. Then they have the ghost from the homepage. So cute. Local legends and haunted sites. And then I guess we can look at all of these different little stories. So if we wanted like a bunch of lore, we could like read all of these. And if we just want to cut to the chase, we can read The Night Victoria Mason Vanished. What really happened? By the way, this is hard on the eyes. That default blue hyperlink color on a black background is like... Okay. Anyway, The Vanishing Hitchhiker of Ocean Drive. Fort Adams, The Lost Sentinel. The Night Victoria Mason Vanished. What really happened at Stonehaven? The White Horse Tavern, Colonial Ghost. Oh, Colonial Ghosts, more than one. Belcourt Castle, The Haunted Chairs. Mothman, Myth or Newport's Winged Harbinger. Ghost Ships of Newport, What's Haunting Our Waters? Submit your story. Oh, like the link's disabled. They're not taking any new, no new submissions at this time. Site last updated March 17th, 1995. Created with Netscape Navigator Gold. Disclaimer: this site archives local legends and personal accounts. Validity not guaranteed. Okay. I was like wondering if this was a hyperlink, but I guess not. It's not underlined and it's not in the right blue. Let's read about Victoria Mason vanishing. Holy cow. Okay, I made the text slightly smaller. The night Victoria Mason vanished, what really happened at Stonehaven? Oh my, there's so much happening on this page. It's like Cylon eyes, except blue instead of red. Or like Kit. Keep your scanners peeled, Kit. From Knight Rider. Guys, I'm old. I'm really, really, really old. Okay. Yo, it's Spud here, back with more Newport news. The real news. The night Victoria Mason disappeared, neighbors reported flashing lights in the forest around the mansion. Not just a flicker, bright, rhythmic flashes in the sky. Stonehaven is an old fortress of a place crawling with secret rooms and tunnels, and you expect me to believe the lights were just wiring issues? No way. Those lights lined up with similar reports from 1973. Same area, same sky patterns. If you know, you know. That's classic UFO activity. I've interviewed 3 neighbors who swear they saw shimmering lights in the sky above the forest that night. Could be aliens, could be government black ops. Either way, the truth is out there and they're covering it up. It's weird that all this occurred in the same week someone from Mason Industries reached out to me for more info. Sorry, that is not meant to be all one run-on sentence. Is it? Yes, it is. Let me read it again with the right cadence. It's weird that all this occurred in the same week someone from Mason Industries reached out to me for more information about the hidden tunnels in the Stonehaven Library. Coincidence? Seems unlikely. Is this clickable? No, but I did add it to my evidence. Hidden tunnels in the Stonehaven Library. This is not supposed to be there. These aren't connected. All right, so here's some of the stuff we've uncovered. Reginald and Sophia are sleeping together. We knew that. Mick fired from Mason Industries. Mick and Victoria were dating. Hidden tunnels in the Stonehaven Library. Is there a way to get a picture of Sophia? No. Oh, but we could probably... Oh, I'm like, we could Google her, and I want to copy her name, but we can't. Pestricelli. Is that right? Here we go. Sophia Pestricelli. Sophia Pestricelli works at Mason Industries and currently serves as Chief People Officer. What is a Chief People Officer? I ask you. Chat, have you ever heard of a Chief People Officer? If you work in corporate America, is there a Chief People Officer at the company you work for? Let us know in the chat. A position she assumed earlier this year. That's not the only position she assumed. Am I right? Sorry. Is it like an HR boss? Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, but there's an HR person at the company, Kelly something, who sent the memo saying that Mick was fired. I think Chief People Officer is a made-up role. I think it's a made-up role that was made up for her because she is having an affair with CEO Reginald Mason, which we know about from reading their personal chat messages back and forth. Can't wait to see you. Let's meet in the... What was it? Supply closet. Supply closet? Can you imagine the CEO asking you to meet him in a supply closet? Like, are Are you kidding? Apparently it is the same as chief of HR. Oh, does it say that in here somewhere? Maybe I should finish reading. Or did you Google it? Did you Google it? I believe you that it would be the same. Yeah. So it's just like a, is it more, it's a cutesy way of saying head of HR? Like, we here at Mason Industries consider all of our staff to be people. I'm going to make the font big again. I forgot that I made it small for that other site. Look, now we got 2 scroll bars as a result of me making the font bigger. Chief People Officer, a position she assumed earlier this year following a rapid series of promotions. She joined the company in 1994 as an executive assistant reporting directly to CEO Reginald Mason. Okay, so she joins the company, they have an affair, and then she's immediately promoted, boom, 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 up to Chief People Officer? Not sus at all, dude. Prior to Mason Industries, she worked at a Flickbuster video rental store in Newport and briefly studied communications and computer science at a local community college. Former co-workers describe her as sharp, poised, and very good at managing personalities. One early manager called her charming in all the right places. That sounds not like it sounds not like they are complimenting her work ethic, and more like they are complimenting her, I don't know. Charming in all the right places? Weirdly phrased. Internal documents show she transitioned from administrative support to strategic operations within months of starting, with multiple lateral title changes and adjusted reporting lines. By 1994, she was listed on internal memos as attending senior leadership offsites, despite holding no executive title at the time. While no formal press release was issued about her promotion, she has remained a visible presence in internal communications and frequently accompanies Reginald Mason at external events. Yeah, we know all about that. Her assets. Yeah, I wasn't going to be the one to say it, but oh, and yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Her assets are what they were complimenting. Okay. The other person that works there is Angie Hamilton. Angie Hamilton, hired immediately after graduating from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in 1990, Angie Hamilton began her career at Mason Industries as a junior engineer. Her attention to detail, collaborative spirit, and willingness to help on any project quickly made her a favorite among colleagues. Over the years, she has contributed to system integration initiatives and happily lent her expertise to technical upgrades for the Flickbuster home media division. Known for her friendly demeanor and readiness to stay late if a teammate needs an extra hand, Hamilton is often the first to organize birthday cards, potlucks, and office charity drives. Outside of work, she's a devoted dog lover who volunteers at local animal shelters and enjoys long walks along the Newport waterfront with her rescue terrier. Is this the kind of information that Alta Vista search engine should have on a person? Are we at all suspicious about, like, exactly where this information's coming from? Mickey Venuto. This is the guy who was the head of IT and also, I think, was secretly dating our missing girl, Victoria Mason. Mickey Venuto is a former Mason Industries IT specialist employed from 1993 until his departure in March of 1995. Known for his quick wit, easy charm, and striking good looks, Venuto often found that a smile and the right words could diffuse tension, whether in the workplace or in front of a judge. Public records note a modest criminal history in his early years, including a disorderly conduct citation in 1988 and a 1990 misdemeanor for trespassing after hours at a local marina. Both incidents resulted in small fines and were later dismissed from his record. Those who know the right... Oh, sorry. I skipped a line. Those who knew him at the time say his charisma and an uncanny ability to know the right people played no small part in keeping more serious consequences at bay. During his tenure at Mason Industries, Venuto was regarded as resourceful and well-connected, if occasionally prone to bending the rules in pursuit of results. Okay, so what is... Okay, we have this floppy disk that's encrypted that we need to unlock. And we have there's the hidden secret... Sorry. There's this, like, secret... Actually, let me see if we can hack into Victoria's stuff. I'm gonna try Biscuit as her password. Okay. Hey, it was worth a shot, okay? Wait, do you think she also was using her date of birth? Her dad was using his date of birth, apparently. Okay. Which article had the fan page? Okay, so we do not have her date of birth on here. Last updated, probably 1996. What's really weird about this is that it is March 16th, 1995 today. And all of these websites have, like, dates on them from the future. I think it's just I think those are just, like, a small typo. I don't think it's like a... Okay, this is not clickable. This is not clickable. Okay. We do not have her date of birth. Okay, so am I the only... Yes, Jaddlers, I did say that before. Yes, let's all take a look at this. Sorry, sorry for screaming into the mic about that. Does this guy look like Richard Gere? I think so. I very much think he looks like Richard Gere. I'm gonna move these around so that, okay, so we've got our main girl here. We've got the guy she was dating here. Okay. Then we've got Dad over here. And he's dating her. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Mick was fired from Mason Industries. Here's her beloved dog, Biscuit. And here's Angie Hamilton, who I don't know about. And there are hidden tunnels in the Stonehaven Library. And also, Biscuit was found all alone in the library after Victoria disappeared. Sorry, Angie, I'm putting you down here all by yourself. Yes, he does look like Richard Gere. 100%. I think that what they did was they had they took a Richard Gere image and then they did some tweaking. Like it's obviously been like altered, a little bit. Like it's not a spitting image of Richard Gere, but this for sure started as Richard Gere and then morphed into Reginald Mason. Which is why, so I keep coming back here because I'm like, so what did this start as? Who did he, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to see who these other people's faces might resemble. Obviously, Biscuit Mason is one of a kind. Okay. Back to the browser. I'm gonna... Clickbuster is a video rental store division of Mason Industries with over 150 stores on the East Coast of the United States. While VHS rentals dominate the home movie market, Flickbuster is doubling down on its film reel collection. In fact, the store's management has gone on record saying they believe film reels and reel-to-reel videotape recorders are the true future of home entertainment. Oh wait, film reels and reel-to-reel videotape recorders. Were they trying to get people to like rent the big projector thing that they, okay. I'm going to date myself a lot here. They used to roll an AV cart into the classroom, pull down a white screen in front of the blackboard, and then literally load up a reel of film onto a projector, and then it would like run through, and it would be like the tick 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 tick. Like, I don't know how old you guys are. Look, some of you are going to be young enough that you're like, what? Some of you are going to be young enough that the only thing they ever rolled into your classroom on an AV cart was a TV with a VCR attached to it. And some of you are going to be so young that they only rolled in a TV with a DVD player attached to it. We're running the gamut from like oldie days to not so oldie days. Anyway, with Japan rumored to be releasing a new type of video format called a digital video disc, sometimes referred to as DVD for short, later this year, Mason Industries management has been quoted saying they won't allow that awful Japanese garbage into their stores. As interesting as this is, it doesn't appear to be related to Victoria Mason's kidnapping. Oh my gosh. Short-sighted much though. I don't think that your video stores are going to last very long if you don't let DVDs in at all. The other thing that I wanted to look up was they have they had a program called Sentinel. Hang on, maybe I need more information. Oops, not. They had like a security thing that they Sentinel security systems. That's what I want to look up. What is this? Okay, we can't look it up. We're not allowed. Okay. Oh, I never clicked on these links. Oops. Mason Industries has reported record-breaking profits for the fourth quarter of 1994, fueled by strong adoption of the Sentinel security system and steady performance across its diversified portfolio. CEO Reginald Mason credited the result to visionary leadership, disciplined execution, and a relentless commitment to innovation. This marks the company's most successful quarter to date, reinforcing Mason Industries' position as a rising leader in the global technology sector. Wait, maybe I did read these already. Newport expansion project ahead of schedule. The highly anticipated Newport expansion project, designed to double Mason Industries' local production capacity, is now running ahead of schedule. Originally slated for completion in early 1996, the new facilities are on track to open before year's end. The project will not only accommodate growing demand for the Sentinel security system, but also create over 200 new jobs in the Newport area. This is more than an expansion, said CEO Reginald Mason. It's a tangible investment in our community and our future. Reginald Mason honored at Philanthropy Gala. Mason Industries founder and CEO Reginald Mason received top honors last night at the Greater Boston Philanthropy Gala, praised not only for his decades of charitable giving, but also for his visionary leadership in technological innovation. Alongside his daughter Victoria Mason, Reginald is credited with the groundbreaking development of the Sentinel security system, a transformative advancement that has redefined industry standards worldwide. Attendees lauded the father-daughter team as a rare blend of genius, dedication, and shared purpose. Accepting the award, Reginald remarked, "Innovation means nothing unless it improves lives, and Victoria and I are committed to making that our legacy." Proceeds from the evening will benefit the Mason Foundation's Scholarship Fund, empowering future pioneers to follow in their footsteps. Let's look up Mason Foundation. Oops. Rats. Okay. I am feeling like I am now getting to be a little bit stuck. Hi, Flicky. This is Flicky. He's a video cassette tape. I did not realize that when I first saw him, and I was like, dude, what's going on with your character model? I don't want to talk about that. I thought we could click on these people, but we can't. So that's a bit of a bummer. Oh, wait. Okay, no. Can't click on that. We read that already. Read this already. We've already been here. What a... Use a password you'll remember so I don't have to keep resetting them, but also stop using your birthdays as your password. That's way too easy. Maybe Victoria is using her birthday, and maybe we have her birthday somewhere. Oops. "26 years old. So that would make her born in... Hang on. 1979. Do we know what her birth date is? I know we don't have her date of birth here. Oh, wait, did I ever look up Mason Estate on the browser? Maybe not. Hang on, maybe that'll help me. Dang it. All right, let's go in her diary. What are Biscuit's favorite treats? Peanut butter paws. What is my middle name? Regina. My astrological sign is Pisces. Okay. Super secret diary. Do not read. January 10th. So these are all, I've read these already, but now I want to read them again in case there's anything here that I didn't catch the first time that maybe that might jump out at me. January 10th, 1995. M thinks we should stop sneaking around, that it's time to stop hiding, but I'm not ready for what happens if Dad finds out. M's not exactly the kind of man he'd approve of, but he gives me butterflies. I always did kind of like bad boys. Okay, February 8th, 1995. It still eats at me the way Dad looks at Sophia when he thinks no one's paying attention. The way she always finds a reason to linger. I haven't asked. I don't want the answer. She's basically my same age. It's gross. March 13th, 1995. Whenever I see that old gargoyle in the library at home, I almost cry. It's still unsettling after all these years. M joked that it's guarding a secret. I didn't laugh. I almost told him about the tunnels. Mom showed them to me once not long before she got sick. Dad has no idea they even exist. Some things she wanted just for me. March 14th. Another exhausting meeting. Dad talks like I'm already part of his world. Like this future was always mine too, but I feel like a stranger at that table. M said he'd meet me after. I just need a few hours to feel like myself again. Why didn't I just major in fashion merchandising like I wanted to do? I hate working for myself. March 15th. That's the day she went missing. We're meeting tonight in the forest. I'm going to call it off with M. I had no idea the full extent of what he'd done, but now that I do, I can never be with him. And I don't know, like, so, what am I missing? Okay. Start searching for clues online. Aren't these new computers amazing? A heads up. You've asked me to look after Biscuit. Blah, blah, blah. Hasn't stopped barking since I found him in the Mason family library. probably be out of the office most of the day keeping Biscuit company. Apparently he only eats this ridiculously high-end dog food that's $2.50 a bag. Wow. Cindy Holmes. Per the chief's request, I'm passing along what was found during the initial search of Stonehaven following Victoria Mason's prints. Her locked digital diary and an encrypted floppy disk were discovered near, get this, a stone gargoyle statue. Because apparently this case wasn't dramatic enough already. Okay, maybe I need to look up Stonehaven, just Stonehaven, nothing else. Okay, we read this. Ghostly past of a gilded mansion. And we also looked at this Antonio Banderas fan site. Okay. Long before it became home to one of Newport's wealthiest families, Stonehaven Estate was the subject of whispered legends and eerie tales. Built in 1892 during the height of the Gilded Age, Stonehaven was originally owned by a local shipping magnate. According to local historians, the owner added a network of secret passages and hidden rooms to the mansion, not for architectural beauty, but as a means to evade creditors, quietly conduct illicit business during the early 20th century. I've read a lot of this stuff already, if you're wondering why sometimes I read like with great sometimes I'm like blah, 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 and other times I'm like, oh, let me read this out loud to you as if I were doing a presentation. That the difference is, if I've already read it, I am, I'm not gonna pull out my acting chops to read it a second time. No, I'm kidding. Maybe the Ghosts of Newport site, like, there were tons of stories on there, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe they're just Easter eggs. But now I'm thinking, maybe we do need to click on all of these other things. Oh, did I ever click this? Yes, I did. And Hidden Tunnels got added. Okay. Let me see this. Okay, Vanishing Hitchhiker. This isn't just some campfire story. Okay. I'm thinking these are not going to be relevant at all. What a bummer. This isn't just some campfire story. This is a Newport classic, and it's real. My buddy, a taxi driver, told me this one himself. Okay. He picked up a young woman on Ocean Drive right near the breakers. She was wearing a vintage white dress, totally soaked from the sea mist. She gives him an address over on the point. The whole ride, she's quiet, just staring out the window at the fog. He said the car got colder and colder, like the heater just gave up. When he pulls up to the address, he turns around to get the fare, and she's gone. Vanished. He knocks on the door, and an old woman answers. He describes the girl, and the woman's face goes pale. She tells him that's her daughter, who was lost at sea, off the coast of Ocean Drive 50 years ago. They say she's still trying to get home. Okay, yeah, I think these are just random ghost stories. Okay. Let me refocus my energy. Does anyone have... Okay. Chat. I invite you to share your expertise. Here's what I'm inviting you to share your expertise. The chats for A. Hamilton and M. Venuto, between Reginald Mason and A. Hamilton and M. Venuto, have been deleted but can be recovered with an admin password. Does anyone have any ideas how I would get the admin password? Okay, so that's one. The second thing is, we're currently logged in as Reginald Mason because we deduced that he used his name and date of birth as his login. I mean, the logins are always, the name is always like the S. Pestricelli, V. Mason, H. Hamilton, whatever, right? But there was like a note saying stop using your date of birth as your password. So, and we had an article that had Reginald's date of birth in it, so we kind of just took a leap of faith, and it was correct. Does anyone have any ideas how to hack into maybe Victoria Mason's account on here? What do these IP addresses have to do with anything? Like, can I put an IP address into the search engine and find something? Or is it just like this puzzle exists, but I don't know why it exists? But it says that his IP is unsecured, so maybe we can. Mickey was on a different unsecured network. His IP is the only one that doesn't start with 204. Maybe we can just put his IP in the search engine. Yeah, no, okay. So what was the point of finding out whose IP address is which? Like, what does that do for us? Okay. Why do I care whose IP address is which? Your username is your first initial last name, for example, V Mason. Use a password you will remember so I don't have to keep resetting them, but also stop using your birthdays as your password. That's way too easy to guess. Mickey Venuto. He was the IT person. So I tried using Biscuit as the password for Victoria Mason because like her dog's name is Biscuit. But like, yeah, but like I don't think. Oops. Bistuit. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, we don't have a hint for her password anywhere. I feel like I'm stuck. What was Angie's name before she got married? Did they say that? She's Hamilton here. Big congratulations to Angelica on getting married. I had Mickey update the system with your new last name, Hamilton. So we don't know what her old last name was. Oh, maybe I should Google Phantom Blog. Maybe there's other things in here that I should be Googling. I'm gonna have my notepad out and write down anything that seems like worth looking up. Okay, so Sentinel, I searched it, nothing came up. I'm gonna look up Phantom Blog. I'm wondering if it's, I feel like Phantom Blog might be the ghost of whatever. Like that one might be what he's referring to. This is Reginald sending a note to everybody saying blah, blah, blah. But maybe it's got nothing to do with the ghosts of Newport. I assumed that when I read this the first time, but now I'm realizing that maybe I shouldn't have assumed that. IP addresses are easy for hackers to gain access to, so I hid all of ours behind a security system. Why did they need to know what their own IP address was? Like, have you ever in your whole entire life needed to know what your IP address was in the context of like, hey, I'm at work, I'm sitting at my computer and I'm doing something? Victoria is not good at puzzles. She's like, this is too hard. I'm not a fan. But Hamilton, or Angie says, I figured it out in like 2 minutes. Okay, Angie, do you want a medal? Just a heads up, Mickey Venuto's no longer working here. Okay. This is all just lovey-dovey stuff. Want to meet in our supply closet? Dude, come on. Maybe I should look up the White Gull Inn. Wait, what? Where were they going? California on business. They didn't say what it was for. Okay. And yeah, we can't look at these two. Okay. Then we got the internal memo. This is the one about Sentinel, blah, 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 celebrating whatever else. But again, we looked up Sentinel and nothing came up. Okay. But the other one was talking about Venuto being fired. He knew that they were having an affair and he threatened to go public with it. So we're letting him go with a severance package that includes 9 months salary, health benefits to continue through May 95. But he also signed an NDA and two kinds of NDAs, non-disclosure and non-disparagement. All documents signed and secured in the restricted personnel archive. Where can I find that? I mean, that would be a great thing to find. Click, 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 click. Nothing. Okay. So let's try Phantom Blog. Ooh, phantomblog.net. Access is restricted. Oh my god, it's a puzzle. Okay. The yellow shape is pressed first. The triangle is pressed immediately after the pentagon. The red shape is pressed before the green one. Okay. Yellow is first. Okay. Okay. Red is pressed before green does not mean it's immediately before green. Circle is not first or last. Diamond is purple and is pressed last. Okay. One piece of information. Okay, purple diamond is last. Fabulous. Okay. The hexagon is pressed immediately after the square. Okay, so we've got pentagon right before triangle. Okay. And hexagon right after square. I drew my hexagon rotated, but it's fine. I'm just drawing notes here. Blue is immediately after the triangle. Okay. So we've got hexagon, triangle, blue. Circle is pressed before square, but not necessarily immediately before square, just before square. One shape sits between the circle and the hexagon. Okay, well, never mind. It is immediately before the square. Circle, square, hexagon. And circle is not first or last. Okay, so circle, square, hexagon have to be 3, 4, 5. Wait, right, because they have to be, because triangle is immediately after pentagon. Okay, so pentagon, triangle. Okay, so the order of shapes is pentagon, triangle, circle, square, hexagon, diamond. The A shape with 4 sides is pressed fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, the square. Second shape pressed has 3 sides. Triangle. Yep. No shapes are gray. Okay. So yellow is first. That's this one, the hexagon. Okay. Red is before green. We don't know the order of those. Like, we don't know where specifically those fall in the thing. Blue is immediately after the triangle. Circle is blue. Okay. One shape with 4 sides is pressed fourth. The second shape pressed has 3 sides. No shapes are gray. Okay, so we still need to figure out green, orange, and red. Okay. Red comes before green. So the triangle could be red. Or the square could be red. Is there any information about square, triangle? Hang on. Yellow shape pressed first. Triangle pressed immediately after the pentagon. Red shape is pressed before the green one. Circle is not pressed first or last. Diamond is purple pressed last. Hexagon is pressed immediately after the square. The blue shape is pressed immediately after the triangle. The circle is pressed before the square. Wait, why did I make the... Oh, right, because there's exactly one shape between circle and hexagon. Ooh, but it could be... Wait, hang on. Hang on. Square, hexagon... Oh, yeah. No. That's right. It has to be the way I said, because immediately after... That means there's no spaces in between those. Okay, cool. I think we have to trial and error for the last 3 colors. As long as red is before green. So, if this is red... Oops, nope, clear. If this is red... Green, orange. Okay, so we're trying red, green, orange like this. Okay, so it's denied. So then we can try red, orange, green. Okay, and then do the same thing, which is hexagon, triangle, circle, square. Pentagon, triangle, circle, square, hexagon, diamond. I don't know why I hit circle a second time. Woohoo! Okay, so we got it. We are now in this site, which again has the garish colors. Oh my god, the buttons move all over the place. Holy mackerel. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay. Okay, let's start at the bottom and work our way up, because that's the order the posts are in. We are visitor number 107. The Business of Silence. Posted January 1st, 1995 at 4:41 p.m. by The Phantom. There's a certain kind of pressure that comes from working inside something everyone else sees as flawless. From the outside, Mason Industries looks like a dynasty. Clean lines, glossy press releases, a father-daughter dream team. But when you're inside, the air gets thinner, quieter. You start to understand how much is built on keeping things unsaid. I used to think ambition meant rising above it, playing the game, following the script. But lately, I've started wondering if silence makes you complicit. I've seen good people shut out for asking the wrong questions. I've seen ideas stolen, people rewritten. Not everyone at the top got there fairly, and not everyone in the shadows deserves to be there. Some legacies are earned, others are inherited. The difference matters. Okay, then there's a post from February 23rd, 1995 entitled Sentinel. This one was posted though like at 1:12 a.m. Like this is the middle of the night posting here. It was mine. The vision, the structure, the code, all of it. Okay, then this absolutely is Angie's writing this. I guaranteed Angie's writing this. She graduated. Anyway, I think that Angie is writing these blog posts. I built Sentinel from scratch while the rest of Mason Industries was busy naming conference rooms after Greek gods. Then came the rewrite, the credits, the rebranding. Suddenly it was Reginald and Victoria's genius. A legacy project, a father-daughter success story. I was asked to step back for optics. I did. I waited, but nothing changed. They published without me. They called it innovation and left my name out of the press packet. I don't want revenge. I want balance. Reginald took something personal and made it public, so maybe it's time I remind him that some things should stay private. 1 week. Let's see what happens when he realizes not everything is under his control. Okay. And then March 14th, 2:18 a.m. So this is 2 days before she disappeared, but like very early in the morning. Legacy is everything to Reginald Mason. Not truth, not fairness, just the version of the story that gets written down. Victoria was always meant to carry that legacy. The perfect daughter, the second generation, the name on every project. But sometimes I wondered if she ever wanted any of it. She was brilliant, yes, but she also seemed trapped. Like she was performing someone else's idea of who she should be. A legacy like that doesn't collapse overnight. It crumbles slowly under pressure, under secrets, under the weight of silence. If Reginald loses what he built, it won't be because someone destroyed it. It'll be because someone finally stopped pretending. Can I click on these things? Do I have to just click really fast? What's the... Oh my god. Okay, hang on. I think I swear that I clicked on secrets that time. Dang it! Okay, there has to be a way to do this, right? Hang on. Tab. No. Why isn't it actually doing anything? God, what? How do you do this? Okay, about... Is there an order I have to click them in, or... Hang on, let me come back. Let me try it again. Okay. Okay. Home, my posts about guest book secrets. Dang it! Does anyone know how this works? Chat, do you know how this works? Anybody got any ideas on how I'm supposed to do this? Okay. I can't, like, are there hints on the page that tell you how to do this? Am I even supposed to be trying to click on these? Or is this just like a little bit of a, like, is this just a time wasting thing? Okay, well, clicking on home seems like useless because shouldn't that just bring me to this same page? So it's like the other pages are the pages I would want to click on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this, am I wasting time? Okay. Okay, why did that let me click on it that time? Hey, did the word guest book change? Like, is that ST spacing different now than it was before? Okay. The White Gull Inn, historic waterfront inn and event venue, celebrated for its 18th century architecture, formal dining room, and private function spaces. A favorite setting for weddings, corporate retreats, and seasonal community gatherings. In December 1994, the White Gull Inn hosted its annual holiday gala, drawing prominent local figures, including Mason Industries CEO Reginald Mason. The evening featured a multi-course seafood dinner, live jazz, and a charity auction benefiting a local organization. Multiple attendees reported seeing Mason depart well before midnight with an unidentified blonde woman. The two were described as being in high spirits after several visits to the bar, laughing loudly and stumbling slightly as they exited through a side entrance towards the parking lot. While no official statement was issued, the sighting quickly became a subject of local gossip in the weeks that followed. I am now realizing that, like, I have long since passed when I should have run an ad to avoid pre-rolls. But I also am feeling very stuck and frustrated with this game right now, and I don't know if the right play is to Google what to do next or like sleep on it for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, should I... Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Oh, I almost hit exit. Ah! Wait, what? No, bring me back to the game. Oh, hang on. I'll just click save. Phew. Okay. I'm gonna play Minesweeper for a bit to help me. Oops, I guess I'm not. How do you refresh? Okay. 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 I'm playing a little bit of Minesweeper to give me something else to think about while I wonder about that. What's the deal with that? What is the deal with those running away buttons? Am I meant to chase them around the screen or not? And how, if I am meant to chase them around the screen, I guess I just have to keep doing it. But what if I'm not meant to be chasing them around the screen? Like, what if that's not the play? Put one here. Oh, but this okay, it has to be there, so that's 2, 2, 2. Okay, yeah. That already has 2. This already has 1. This already has 1. All of these are not. Okay. It's 3. 3 right there. of these. Okay. Yay! We won. 128 seconds. The last one, it took me 187. I do like that they have a Minesweeper here to sort of like give you a palate cleanser if you're feeling like, what do I do now? Okay. Let me look up Angie Hamilton again. Oops. Hired immediately after graduating from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in 1990, Angie Hamilton began her career at Mason Industries as a junior engineer. Yeah, I think that she's the one who created Sentinel. Her attention to detail, collaborative spirit, and willingness to help on any project quickly made her a favorite among colleagues. Over the years, she has contributed to system integration initiatives and happily lent her expertise to technical upgrades for the Flickbuster home media division. Known for her friendly demeanor and readiness to stay late if a teammate needs an extra hand, Hamilton is often the first to organize birthday cards, potlucks, and office charity drives. Outside of work, she's a devoted dog lover who volunteers at local animal shelters and enjoys long walks along the Newport waterfront with her rescue terrier. The reason I think she's the one who wrote the blog is because everything here says like she's a wonderful, amazing teammate who's really happy all the time and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And the blog reads like somebody who presents one face at work and has a different like behind the scenes, things are not what they seem. Is there anything in here that I might be able to look up? Legacy. Victoria was meant to carry the legacy. Perfect daughter, second generation, name on every project, but sometimes I wonder if she wanted any of this. Trapped, blah, 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 blah. I don't see anything here that looks like it's readily Googleable or ultra vistable. Hang on a second here. February 23rd. Gosh, what if the girlfriend is the one who's writing this blog? Because I think what's her name again? Sophia Pastricelli. She briefly studied communications and computer science. What if she's the one who wrote the program, the Sentinel program? Like, what if they've moved her up the ranks because of her good looks and her relationship with the boss, but like she actually is accomplished and smart and like, maybe what if they only see her as the blonde bimbo? But she's not. What if she's not? What if she's more than what she looks like? Is what I'm saying. Okay. There's nothing that I can click on for her. Nothing I can click on for him. Oops. What's the name of the house? Stonehaven. Did I already look up Stonehaven? I wish I knew the name of her mom. We could look her up in case there was any. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Am I meant to be? I don't know if I'm supposed to be trying to click on those buttons on the Phantom blog. I feel like I'm at an impasse because I feel stuck. Okay, so these are the things that I need to figure out that I don't know and that I'm not sure how to find out. An admin password. For the employee portal. Also, can I find passwords for the other employees? Like for Victoria or Angie or Sophia. Is there more to the Phantom blog? Than what I have seen so far? Why do we have the IP addresses? Like what are the IP addresses for? Okay. So that's all the stuff that I am like, oof, I'm stumped. I really thought that I was like, oh, I had a recollection that I had played this game before. The reason I had that recollection is because I had this memory of, like, I had a memory of having completed this puzzle, the biscuit sliding puzzle, and opening the diary. But the rest of it I don't remember at all. So I wonder if I got stuck in this same place in the past. Are you from the past? Kidding. I wonder if I got stuck at this place and then I never moved forward because I didn't know what to do next. And I was like, that's it, I'm stuck. Let's do this puzzle again just to make ourselves feel better. Okay, this is perfect. Nothing here changes. No, wait. This is also perfect. Oh, boo. Okay, actually, that's okay. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Okay. I do feel better. I feel better making the little puzzle of biscuit. Biscuit, you've made me feel a bit better. Okay, chat, here's what's happening with this game. I feel like I am a little bit too stuck, and I'm a little stressed out. And the combination of being stuck and stressed out is not, we all know that's not a good combination for me. I don't know if what I want to do is look up a hint or try to come back to this with a fresh perspective tomorrow, and like maybe somehow have some kind of brilliant, like, why don't we try this? I don't know which of those two is gonna work. But I know that, like, right now we need to, like, stop playing this game because I am getting more stressy as time goes on. So, thank you so very much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me and hanging out and lurking, or hanging out in the chat, or I don't know what other alternative there would have been, but thank you for that. Thank you so much for the raid. Is it Emart Live? Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that. Emart Live, yes. Thank you so much for the raid and all the raiders who came in with Emart Live. I'm very, very grateful to you. Thank you so much, friends, for being cool and chilling with me and hanging out with me even while I was like, this game is definitely, it's on the cusp of like, is it fun to watch people play it, or is it just kind of like not? I'm torn about whether I think that this is a fun game for people to watch me play, or whether this is more like a game that is really challenging and I just like the challenge. I don't know. It definitely has like it definitely has similar vibes to Root Trees in terms of like what it is that we are doing and what we've been tasked with. But the interface is, I think Root Trees had more stuff for us to discover. And so you discovered things more, like the gap between discoveries is smaller in Root Trees. And you also, it's front loaded with a lot of like, oh, I found this guy, I found this guy, I found this guy, I found this guy. I think this is the game has a smaller scope. So yes, we did discover a lot of stuff like early on, but then like it gets metered out, right? It starts being harder to discover stuff because obviously it's not just going to dump everything in your lap and be like if it were like that, it'd just be reading a book, right? So like there's definitely some puzzling things out that I need to figure out. And I think I need to noodle on it while not playing the game. I don't want to look up any hints yet, but I might look up hints tomorrow if when I come back, my noodling does not help me. Like if I'm like, oh, I hope that, anyway. So we'll see what we want to do about that tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. You guys are wonderful. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube right now. So bye, YouTube. If you want to ever join me live, well, I mean, you can join me live on YouTube, but it's not as happening in a place as Twitch. So if you want to join me live on Twitch, you can find me by searching my same username, Erin_Mars. Okay, bye. Everybody else.